How about now?
Hola.
No, please. No.
Okay, it's
Oh,
plenty
well, now
loud.
it's now it might be too loud.
Are you sure? Because in CapCut, I always have to turn the volume up. The volume's always quiet on YouTube.
Fine.
But that's just me.
You should kill yourself.
I might. Just kidding.
Oh, shoot. That escalated.
That was all jokes. If this is our intro.
They can't see me doing quotation marks like bad cop in Lego Movie.
I don't know. Today we will be talking about JPEG monkeys and Chick Hicks that does the goofiest run you've ever seen.
What? Stop something.
What?
Distant sparks call to a past still unnamed. Bear this torch against the cold of the night. Search your soul and reawaken the undying light.
Can we download that as a mod?
I wonder. Have you ever heard the Sephiroth? There's like a...
Final Fantasy VII storyline is led by the mercenary Cloud Strife.
Just listen.
Strife becomes a member of an eco-terrorist organization in order to derail the mega corporation, Shinra, from seizing control of the world and using life on Earth as a source of energy. Cloud and his team end up going after a superhuman named Sephiroth, whose motive is planetary destruction. As Cloud pursues Sephiroth,
You know, Sephiroth.
features with his team develop, particularly with
Sephiroth. Oh my goodness.
Sephiroth. Oh yeah, it's a mod. See, like
You're a mod. Sephiroth.
Sephiroth.
yeah, it's a mod. The character selection can be made into the. Oh wait. We gotta do the intro.
That is true. Honestly, this was our worst intro.
Good morning.
Morning,
Let's
let's
argue.
argue.
I counted that down so far.
That's okay. I
Ugh.
poured.
Guys, fun fact of the
Generals.
day: Smash Brothers Ultimate is a video game that exists, and it has flaws, and thus has been modded to absolute carnage by anyone who wants Shadow the Hedgehog in Smash Bros. Or for main characters to have bigger titties. So, what we're talking about today, not the big titties part, but the other parts of those mods.
Peepees.
Yeah, let's get right into it.
Boobies,
I do want
yachts.
to ask you,
Just kidding.
what mod is your favorite?
That's a really hard choice.
We have a lot.
Okay, we add some really cool mods and some really funny mods. So,
What's your favorite meme mod?
my favorite meme mod, honestly, it might be Chick Hicks as Lucario.
That's a good one. Mine might be, I think mine is Shrek over Ganondorf.
That's pretty good.
Because I already like playing Ganon. And it's a combination of being cool and funny, so I kind of like it.
Yeah. What's your favorite cool mod, though?
My favorite cool mod is a much harder question. Because in my opinion, there are more cool mods than funny mods, and a lot of funny mods are also really cool.
Oh my gosh. Laughing emoji Kirby.
Yeah.
That one's pretty funny.
Or the I swear to God, if you do that again. No, the Mickey Mouse one is like surprisingly cool, despite the fact that it should be funny.
Is that the Drip Mickey, though?
Yeah.
Because we got Drip Mickey in Smash Bros.
Or Among Us over Donkey Kong, which is funny and yet surprisingly cool
JPEG
looking.
Curious George over Donkey Kong.
It's there. That is also a mod. I think my favorite cool mod might be the orange Yoshi with the outfit.
Oh, really? That one.
It's cute. It's adorable.
I mean, I'm not surprised since you
But-
like playing Yoshi. I'm a Yoshi fan, just not in Smash Bros.
I guess that one's more cute than it is cool, though.
Xbox Kirby.
Fury Bowser. Game Pass Kirby. No, I think my favorite one might be Fury Bowser. That one's really cool.
Not gonna lie, Disabled Mario's pretty cool. It got me playing Mario for the first time. So.
I can't believe that was the reason why. I mean, it's the same thing with... I got Roy Koopa from, like, you know, Bowser Jr. and the other Koopalings. There's, like, Roy Koopa. I put that over actual Roy from Fire Emblem, and I was like, I guess I'm playing Roy now.
Yeah.
It's funny, the coolest part about mods, and one of the points we'll probably get to later, is that playing with mods is like, oh wait, I actually want to play this character now, because like, he used to be Robin. Now he's Doctor Strange. Or it used to be Min Min and now it's Rayman. It used to be Ike and now it's Darth freaking Vader.
Not that Cloud isn't cool, because Cloud is awesome.
It was Ike.
But now Cloud is Optimus Prime.
Oh, yeah, true. And also Dante. And Virgil over Sephiroth is my favorite.
Samus is also Optimus Prime and Shockwave. And Metal Sonic.
Oh, yeah, Mecha Sonic.
And then Dark Samus
has
Omega, which is crazy. Now, my favorite cool mod is probably Shockwave over Samus.
Oh,
I'm
actually,
a Transformers fan.
I also really like a lot of the mods we added to Sonic. The Knuckles one is surprisingly cool. I don't even like Knuckles that much compared to the other characters, but I'm just kind of like, wow, I dig this. Like this is pretty sweet. I can't wait. So one person is developing a Shadow moveset mod, and a Goku moveset mod's also being worked on, and I really want to get both of those when they come out.
Although, we don't usually get moveset mods.
We don't get
I don't
any
even think
mods
we
that
have
altered
any.
the
Yeah.
code outside of a few stages.
I don't know if you can add that to like one character, like one skin, or
you mean like a moveset?
Yeah.
So you can add so people have found ways to add slots, like an extra slot on the character select screen.
Oh, really?
So people could add like right next to Ryu.
If we can do that,
could add Goku.
I think we should download moves.
It's pretty tough
to
do.
Is it?
Just because of like.
I'm not the one who downloads the mods.
No, it's fine. Some mods are like incompatible with different versions of the modding software. I don't know how to do it, so I need to ask the modding Discord for help. But it is pretty cool, and I want to do it as soon as I can.
Awesome.
They're also working on a silver one as well, or they already finished it.
Yeah.
And silver's cool. Which stage mod is your favorite?
Which stage mod? There's some really cool ones. We just got a Donkey Kong one.
Mm-hmm.
I
the
don't
Donkey
know
Kong
the name.
one was really cool. It was like Bramble Blast.
Yeah. Oh, and it had lots of detail. Mm-hmm. Some of the modded stages are more detailed than the original stages. Yeah. Which is nuts.
Which is fine though, because at the same time, without unlimited camera mod, you would never see most of those things.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, unlimited camera mod is insane.
It's really cool. It's made for some awesome pictures too, since it's made for awesome photo modes.
Also,
and you can
use the camera
detail
during Ultimates.
Yeah, which is pretty sweet. So I especially like because remember on the Great Plateau when we were like, oh my gosh, you can see that
it's
they
like
literally ported over part of Breath of the Wild's Great Plateau. Like I was kind of like ragging on Nintendo for not using as much detail in their maps as the modded ones. And then we played on some of the like Ultimate stages, like the ones that were new to Ultimate, and I was like, oh my gosh, there's so much detail in these.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's crazy. My favorite stage mod is probably the Five Nights at Freddy's Gamer one, just because it's so funny.
That is
got
very
such good
funny.
detail. Or the GameCube one.
Oh, I love
it's got Leon's face on it.
That one's insane. I love the Vaporwave though.
The Vaporwave one was pretty cool.
That's one of
the Vaporwave results screen is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I thought the Vaporwave one was alright. With dark characters, it was really annoying though.
Oh,
yeah. Like when I played like the silhouette Donkey Kong, I was like, where did I go?
Although it's not as bad as that one Sonic map, which is still beautiful.
It's still cool, but if you're playing a brightly colored character, you're
which is like 50%.
Oh my god! Yeah, it's hard to see.
Really
I need to replace that with a new one.
Great map though, beautiful. But oh my gosh!
And then what other mods did we get?
What's some really cool stuff? Some stuff in training.
True.
You should talk about.
So there's a training mod pack. This is something that if you want to get into competitive Smash, you should already be using, and is 100% a reason to get a modded Switch. There's a training mod pack that lets you use all kinds of options. It's like an actual fighting game training mode. Like, what are the chances of that? It's got input replay, which is something most people don't even know exists if they've played Smash Bros. It's got mash toggles. It's great. So that's another one that other people should get.
Yeah.
Another one of my favorite mod things that you can get was surprising to me, and it's music. Like, I kind of expected music to be in there, but it's such an afterthought sometimes that I'm like, oh my gosh, Bury the Light is playing over this Bayonetta stage right now. That's so cool.
Yeah.
And I love, there's like a lot of fonts that you can do for like the typical text, because I don't mind the main text, but if I can make it different, I'll do that.
We changed it to
Wii Sports.
Wii Sports font. And honestly, I don't ever notice the fact that it's Wii Sports.
Yeah.
But it is different.
Yeah. And you can basically do that with just about anything that you can think of.
Yeah.
Even our opening stage, or even our opening layout for the
The game.
The game
menu,
is different.
It's classic style, like the which Smash game? Style?
Melee.
Yeah, melee style.
And then even like the game, like when you're picking like Smash, Spirits, and stuff, that's also
and
different.
then the character roster is
Terminal montage
style.
themed.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's so cool. My favorite part is probably the Rickroll opening. That's one of my favorites as well. It used to be.
And by opening,
Eggman's.
like when you log into the game and the song plays, the cutscene.
The like colors weave into a small airplane like
instead,
that. Instead,
it's never gonna
Rick
give
Astley's
you
never gonna
up.
give you up.
Never gonna let you down.
I'm never going to run around and desert you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This will be the quietest podcast.
This is about to be the quietest podcast on YouTube. My mouth. I see what Markiplier was talking about in the video. My mouth sounds like it's full of pop rocks.
If you talk quietly and you turn the gain all the way up, does that pick up more?
Yes.
Things?
Well, kind of. It's more so the idea that it will pick up farther away from the microphone. So if you talk closer to the microphone, I'm gonna stop doing that. If you talk closer to the microphone while the gain is up, it's gonna be louder.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I don't know if you mentioned this already, but character win end screens. What are those called?
Victory screens.
Victory screens. Some of the modded characters come with them, or you can download separate ones. But one of my favorites is we have Virgil over Sephiroth. And when you win as him, it plays Bury the Lights.
Oh, yeah.
With fire in the background.
Yeah, the fire in the background is actually already a Sephiroth thing. That's
base
game. Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it's
that's how many mods we have.
It's hard to tell.
It's a different game.
I'm literally going. The funny thing about that is I have literally already tried to download. I'm going to download it. A mod that turns those flames blue.
Do it.
Don't tell me what to do.
I will. I am your father.
I'm gonna kill you.
I am superior over your abs.
What are you? No.
Abs equals power.
You can have arms and chest, but my abs are quite taut and sexy.
Mine are sexier. They pull all the girls at the gym.
I have a girlfriend.
I don't.
Booyakasha.
What do you say?
I said booyakasha. It's a popular term with reptiles, particularly of the ninja variety.
Level 9000.
I'm trying to say that the Ninja Turtles say booyakasha.
Does that make you a Ninja Turtle?
Yes. You can call me anytime. I was trying to think of it
oh my goodness.
I was trying to think of a famous artist that wasn't a Ninja Turtle, and then I realized all the famous artists I know got named into Ninja Turtles. I don't know any famous artists. Speaking of, we have Ninja Turtles in Smash Bros.
We do. We have
3.
Michelangelo,
Raphael, and Leo is over Pit.
Don't we have a bad guy from Turtles too?
I don't think so. There is a Shredder mod though. We should see if there's a Krang mod.
That's true.
They should do like the little pink gooey guy. They should do one of those for Kirby. And
That'd
just have like the most disgusting
what about
sound effects.
Jigglypuff as Kirby? Or Kirby as Jigglypuff?
Well, I mean, if you suck up Jigglypuff as Kirby, you already look exactly like Jigglypuff.
That's true.
Did you know the reason that Jigglypuff is even in the game is because they were like, we need a 12th character! And then Sakurai was like, is there a Pokemon that looks exactly like Kirby? And they were like, well, I mean, yeah. And he goes, make it a character.
It could have
been
Mega Rayquaza, guys.
No, it couldn't.
Wait, why?
Because he didn't exist yet.
Rayquaza didn't exist yet?
In Smash Bros. When it came out in 1996.
Oh, no. That's old. I'm talking... Wait, so...
Jigglypuff was one
that's
of the
why
first
it's still in the
characters ever
game.
added. Yeah.
Is Jigglypuff even popular?
No. That's why it's so weird that she's in there. She's popular now.
Interesting.
And I mean, she wasn't unpopular, but it was like you had Mewtwo, for example, who wasn't in the first Smash Bros. So it's just kind of but
yeah.
Anyway, we're getting off track.
Do your point first.
No, you can go first.
Oh, it's a derail off the topic. So you should.
I was going to start a topic.
Okay,
I'll
go
go.
first.
You go first.
Channel announcements, guys. If you have made it this
Apparently,
far
we
in
have a channel
the
announcement.
episode,
I did not know that.
We've got lots of old videos that are pretty good.
Oh my lord, no.
Generally, our newer ones are better, but we still got some good stuff, especially in the shorts department that you guys should watch. They're pretty funny.
Have we announced this already?
We have not actually.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure we
I
haven't.
think we've done it on another podcast episode before.
Maybe we have, but we've only had 2
Oh.
popular podcast episodes. Not that this one will be, but
No, we've had 3. The Halo one as well. The
That's
Halo
true.
Forza one.
yeah. But anyways, we have some shorts that we put in lots of time and effort, and it never got algorithmed into YouTube like we hoped, and we want them to be appreciated.
Are we talking about the ones from the old channel?
No, our channel right now.
Oh.
Do you know our first few shorts?
Like the Donkey Kong one and the
Yeah.
Sonic one?
the
we should definitely-
fan dub ones. Those are actually really funny.
The fan dub one was really funny.
And
the
then-
Skylanders one kills me.
That one was really good. Yeah. Good stuff.
So why is that an announcement? I didn't catch it. Sorry, I might not have been paying attention all the way because my mind was thinking you were talking
good.
about the old videos.
We got some old stuff that just hasn't been appreciated, in my opinion. And
True.
they're honestly really funny. I watch them myself sometimes.
I would deeply appreciate if you went and checked those out.
Your lips.
I know.
Touch the mic,
I didn't mean to do
And
that.
I saw them stick to it and unstick right away.
Yeah, that was unintentional.
It's funny.
Okay, so here was my topic.
Okay.
You got games on your phone? Sorry.
I got one.
Which one?
Roblox.
You've just Roblox? I thought you had the Transformers game.
Oh, I deleted it a while ago.
Please hold.
My baby.
We have been told that we're getting Little Caesars now, and we'll be right back. That time I did not kiss the microphone. Don't do it! Okay, we gotta pause this. Don't do that. We'll be right back, but for you guys, we'll have been here the whole time. Check this out.
It was a really heroic death.
Yeah, but like... dying is kind of cringe, not gonna lie. In the wise words of a Undertale meme, remember, son, dying is gay.
Hey, remember that really stupid joke that YouTubers used to do all the time when it's like they're recording, but they pretend like they think they're not being recorded, and then they're like, "Oh, we're actually recording." Remember
Yeah,
those
I hate when
stupid
people do
jokes?
that.
So
Anyway,
old.
so what mod from Smash Bros. Would you want to be implemented into the actual game if they'd be so willing? Because there are a lot of mods.
Okay.
And me personally...
Can you like specifically like a stage or a character choose?
let's start with... I guess all the assist trophies we had were kind of just memes.
Wait, Bubbles? That
It'd be
wouldn't work
kind
though,
of
because
cool,
it's
but
from a movie.
they wouldn't handle it because Disney doesn't like it.
True.
The only one from there I could see happening is Jibanyan or Metal Knuckles, which was really cool. If they add Knuckles as a character, I would want Metal Knuckles to replace the assist trophy.
Okay.
So let's start with...
I know.
Let's start with stage.
I have character though.
No, we're going to start with stages.
What stage?
We're going to start with which stage you would like to have officially implemented.
What
whether it's
stage
just
are
an
you with
idea?
your mom in the pregnancy test.
Whether it's just a concept or whether it's just something else you'd like to see. Because for me, I'd like to see more DK stages for sure.
I love DK stages. How many stages does Sonic already have?
2.
Yeah, it needs more.
Yeah. Definitely need more Sonic stages. He's got so many different places that you can make stages for.
Yeah.
Like Space or Green Hill Zone or Marble Zone or Marble Garden Zone or Spring Yard Zone or Chemical Plant or Emerald Hill. Don't do Emerald Hill. That'd be
Purple
stupid.
Hill Zone, the classic OG.
I wish that existed. That'd be so cool. I love purple.
That would be cool.
A Vaporwave themed Sonic level would be sick. I mean, I guess there's kind of one in Sonic Superstars, but I don't like the levels, so it doesn't count.
That would be really cool though.
It would be. Or
I just like vaporwave aesthetic in general.
me too. Hydrocity. There's this big argument online with Sonic fans about whether you pronounce HYDROCTI or HYDROCITY, Hydrocity or Hydro City. I mean, because clearly it's an underwater city.
Wait, is it one word or
It's
two?
one word. But people,
I would say it's hydrocity.
I think it's hydrocity, but it's clearly hydrocity.
Okay, wait. From the English
from
language,
an English perspective, it should be hydrocity.
Right, I don't even know if that's a real word.
But
Let's say it is.
Let's say it is. It would be.
Who
hydrocity.
knows if it is or not? But I feel like it'd be hydrocity.
But in terms of level theming, it would be Hydro City
City.
for sure. Either way,
Is there lots of water?
Either way, yeah.
Yeah, it's
a
probably
city
Hydro
underwater.
City.
I think it
Bad
was probably. I think
grammar
it was
on their
probably
fault.
a translation error since it was a Japanese game. So, way to call them bad at grammar for a language.
Bad at grammar, you forgot the
Japanese language is different from the English language. Anyway, so I think
Skill
Hydro
issue.
City. Let me show you a picture of Hydro City so you can see what I'm talking about. Hydro City would be really cool. Stop doing that! Sorry, that was.
Is this a mod we have?
That's Upper GX that I got. No, there's no mod
Oh, it's
for
just
Hydro City.
like something you'd want.
This is an idea I have. But anyway, I think there should be more Samus stages, more Metroid stages.
Okay, Metroid stages are beautiful, but most of them are a pain in the butt to play on.
Yeah. And also, a lot of them are very similar.
I think they could do Metroid Dread stage or
A Metroid Dread
Prime.
stage would be very cool.
Metroid Prime also.
Metroid Prime would be sick.
A simple stage. I don't think Samus
or even
has
just a
simple.
stage that has like a not too intrusive gimmick.
Yeah.
A gimmick is fine as long as it's not too in your face.
They're great stages, but they're not ideal to play on for casual play.
Yeah.
But like they're fun in classic mode. In my opinion. That's just us. We don't play with assist
The
trophies
water in the stage looks like it gets far away, kind of like a sunset leveling out. But when you're above the water, it looks flat, so it's like a 3D effect.
That's cool.
It's mostly underwater, but you can still go fast. And you when you go fast enough, you skim across the water. There should be a picture down here, like that.
Yeah.
It's so cool. It's such a sweet level. The music's really good. Ice Cap would also be... Oh, ice-themed levels would be cool. There's no ice-themed levels in Smash Bros.
There's not.
Here's another thing I really hate about... So, we have Bowser's Castle mods a lot. That would be cool. There are, 2 original Mario stages, and even then, almost every Mario stage in Smash is grass.
Well, and then
some variation of grass
Peach's Castle? Mm-hmm. I hate that map.
Which one? There's 2. There's one with the bullet bill that comes down.
The one with the bullet bill. I hate that map. It's not pleasing to the eye, and it's not fun to play.
I think it'd be fine as long as there wasn't such an awkward bump in the middle, or at least if it was more leveled out.
The actual castle is so drab and boring.
Oh well, it's supposed to look like the older game, so I think it's supposed to intentionally look blocky.
If it's supposed to be an older
colorful
game, that's a different scenario.
I think it's intentional, but at the same time, a more modern Peach's Castle stage would look cool too.
Yeah, but that's just my opinion. I don't like.
I completely agree. That map sucks. But either way, a lot of the mods that I've seen have been stages that should have already been in the game.
True.
Tons of DK stages that were in there, Mario stages that were really cool, a few Sonic stages.
Oh my gosh! Imagine Devil May Cry stages.
That'd be so cool, especially Virgil's final battle in Devil May Cry 5.
Yeah,
that would be super cool.
It's such a cool scene.
Yeah, and they could do something similar to
Sorry, I don't mean to.
No, it's fine. You're just completely taking up my space for my legs.
You're welcome.
The Banjo-Kazooie stage that spins?
Yeah.
I like that stage a lot. If they did something like that for the Devil May Cry stage, how when you're fighting, at the start you're just walking in circles, that could be pretty cool. Something like that.
That
would
would be pretty dope.
That's assuming they even add Devil May Cry. Anyway.
I think they could, since they've added Bayonetta. So.
Speaking of Devil May Cry, let's move on to characters from mods that you would potentially like to see in the game. Okay.
This is tough.
Let's say you could only pick one. That just took all your energy out. You're like,
Realistically, Eggman. Now, Shadow
Eggman
would be cool. Added first, but Eggman, I feel like
it kind of depends, right? I mean,
because all we have is Sonic for Sonic characters.
Yeah.
We don't have any villains.
But
Shadow's kind of
that's
a
what I'm saying.
villain
They could
sometimes,
add Eggman first because Eggman's so drastically different
and
from
make
Sonic.
Shadow DLC. That would make
I think
bank.
I think Shadow would be better as DLC because Eggman being in the base game would be cool because he would play so much differently from Sonic. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
Shadow would be a lot more similar to Sonic. Yeah. It would be nice to have someone who could actually rival Sonic's speed, because a big problem with the Ultimate competitive community is the fact that Sonic is so fast that he can avoid all interaction if he wants to. Like, he can literally win by
You
hitting
can go
you once
all the way
and
under
timing
the
you out.
stage from one side
Well,
and go all the way to the other side on
that's
some
true.
stages.
And some characters shouldn't even be able to do that unless they're like Jigglypuff or Yoshi, who can do that pretty easily.
Yoshi can do that?
Yeah, I can do it with Yoshi.
Oh, scary.
Someone did it as Little Mac one time underneath Smashville. So, I mean, anything's possible. That's not practical, obviously.
No.
But for characters like Jigglypuff and Yoshi, it might be. Sonic should not be able to do that. Actually, well,
Realistically, Sonic
Sonic
might be the most powerful character.
in the game, yeah.
And even in the movies, you know, he moves like extremely fast.
Yeah.
He could still. The only reason why he doesn't destroy everything is so there's an actual plot.
So there's an actual plot. They do that with every speedster in every movie ever. They're like, oh no, he suddenly can't run very fast because he's emotional or something like that. Like, it's never because like he's too slow or anything.
But
like
again, I'm not angry about that.
that.
There has to be a plot.
Yeah. So I think don't
That's
do
probably
that. That's
really
gonna be so loud. Shadow would be a good counter to Sonic, even within just a mod scenario. Like even within just the scenario of adding him to the game.
Yeah.
It would be so much nicer to have Shadow as a hard counter to Sonic. Because admittedly, Sonic is technically the strongest character in the game if you don't include Steve, who's usually banned. And when it comes down to Steve versus Sonic, Sonic wins that matchup pretty dang easily.
Yeah.
So,
By the
it's
way,
just such an impressive character. They need to
something-
fix Sonic. Actually, that's another thing. Sorry. I just want to get this off real quick. There are a lot of moveset mods for Sonic. That is something that if I could choose, I would incorporate too, because Sonic definitely needs to change a moveset.
and he's plenty popular
Yeah.
as a franchise.
Oh, of 100%. He's probably one of the top 4 most popular in that game.
But we want to like make up a Smash 3, and like our first steps
Smash
is
3?
like 6, right?
6?
Why did I say 3?
I don't know.
Anyways,
I think in your head, the timeline of events is Smash 4 is the first Smash game.
Yeah, that's
followed
true.
by Ultimate, followed by whatever comes
Yeah.
next.
but like
Which would be a lot of characters. for
we
a first
actually,
game.
I want to write this down eventually. Condense the roster.
Do you want me to just write these things down right now?
No, it might take a while.
Note.
Well, you can write down that, but condense the roster, and you know what I mean by that.
I don't know what the viewers mean. It's too much to explain.
And
Okay,
then
here, I'll try to explain it. Make the roster smaller.
Make the roster smaller.
Reduce Echo Fighter amounts, or make them
and
skins in some way.
choose who to keep, including DLC, and who to kick out.
Yeah.
So
So
those,
basically,
those are our first steps.
Yeah. And here's a few reasons I want to give on why you, the viewer, should 100% be downloading mods for Smash. First of all, it's pretty easy. Honestly, like
Actually-
realistically, it will take you a while if you don't know a lot about
So
computers.
we had to buy stuff to do it, though, right? There's
So
like a
you
little
do,
card.
but
you
the little
might want to explain
the
that.
little RCM. So there's a fault with the original Switch that allows you to jailbreak it by hacking the right Joy-Con rail with a paperclip. You can literally do it with a paperclip,
Oh wow.
but it's riskier to do it with a paperclip than it would be an RCM jig, which is the same thing every time. Since someone made that just so you could purchase it. It's like $5.
Yeah.
So if you're not willing to drop $5 on it, sorry, it might be a little bit harder.
Are there YouTube tutorials on this?
There are.
Okay, you guys just look up a YouTube tutorial.
I could
on
even make one.
All the you can.
I'm not
You're
gonna.
pretty good at it,
But
yeah, we have other
I could.
priorities.
Point
Look
is,
up a YouTube tutorial on how to download.
point is, I
mods.
guarantee it's easier than you think. It's not as simple as just adding a mod into the game.
Yeah.
It's first you have to jailbreak your Switch. That's the hard part. After that, it literally is dragging and dropping a mod into the right folder, and at the start.
It's
Later on.
confusing at first, but it's not that hard.
Yeah, not to mention there are so many things that you might have to fix early on, like archive bits, RCM jig not reacting, RCM not going into RCM because you forgot an SD card. Stuff like that might be hard to navigate.
Yeah.
But it's all solvable. It's all really easy to do. And once you get used to it, you'll literally never face a problem with it ever again.
Yeah.
Um,
The best part about mods, I think we mentioned this earlier, but it's the fact that you truly get to appreciate other characters you never play, because
Yeah.
it's like, oh my gosh, it's Gru over Zero Suit Samus.
Yeah, or oh my gosh, Mewtwo, but he's got armor on, or he's silver, or Lucas, but he's Skull Kid from Majora's Mask, or Ness, but he's a Trump supporter,
Or
which is just too funny to
Kirby,
not
but
play
a
as.
laughing emoji.
Kirby, but he's an Xbox Series X.
It's funny.
It's funny.
and it makes the game cool.
Donkey Kong, but Among Us.
It literally makes you better at the game because you want to play other characters.
Yeah, literally any mod for Captain Falcon will motivate you to play Captain Falcon.
Fox has Elmo.
Fox has Elmo and Vector.
Yeah.
And Bugs Bunny, and just a straight up GameCube, which is the funniest one to me by far. He was so strong on GameCube Smash Bros. That they were like, screw it, make him a GameCube.
GameCube.
A
GameCube.
A GameCube themed outfit for Fox would be his sixth skin in a future Smash game. Anyway. Hello. Hi. I definitely think if you know anything about computers, have a micro SD card, and want to learn how to mod Smash, do it. Try and learn how to do it. It's really so easy. If I can do it, you can do it.
Okay.
Guaranteed.
Also, I remember the first time we downloaded mods. We downloaded maybe
3.
5. Yeah, 3 to 5.
3 to 5, yeah.
And we were like, the game has changed. And that was only 3
I could play
to
as
5
Funky
mods.
Kong, guys. That was enough for me.
As Curious George.
Curious George, for crying out
Dude,
loud.
we went nuts and we're like, oh my gosh, the game's so much better. We don't need any more mods. And now we're
modding out every single skin on
we
every
have more
character.
mods than original
content.
material.
It's true. We're almost
100% mod.
almost 100% modded on the characters,
It's
at least.
insane.
Stages is even funnier because it's like, oh wow, there's like so few choices that I just have to pick one of them.
True.
Yeah, it's insane. Music is so cool. The main thing is, if there's something about Smash that you don't like and that you like really hate, whether it's how Sonic looks because his character model is so ugly, there is a mod for that. Or man,
His moveset.
I wish, yeah, or his moveset.
You can change his moveset.
Man, I wish King Dedede had more interesting colors. Boom, I got you.
I wish King K. Rool's body was a ball and his gun shoots
instead
out
of
King K.
shooting
Rool.
cannonballs, he shot King K. Rules. I wish Peter Griffin was a playable character. I wish I could play as Shrek with Donkey for a
How
sword.
come Breaking Bad isn't in the game?
How come Breaking Bad isn't in the game? A question all of us ask all the time.
Chick Hicks and
What
Lightning
if,
McQueen.
what if I want to uncensor Pyra and Mithra's costumes because frankly the censoring was kind of stupid? Or what if I wanted to uncensor everyone's costumes because the censoring is kind of stupid? I mean, Bayonetta exists.
It's funny
Don't
because
get
they
why she's-
censor certain things, and then there's uncensored
The
stuff
best
that
one,
they have.
the best one is Zero Suit Samus having the exact same outfit as Mithra but skimpier.
Yeah.
But Mithra's get censored.
They've got plenty of skimpy
So
things.
funny.
Well, like, okay, sure, you can censor everything you want. It is kind of a kid's game.
You can even get mods to over censor stuff. Those exist too.
But, like, they don't censor other things, and it's like, that's a little raunchy. But then you censor other stuff, and it's like, just choose one or the other.
If you-
Censor or uncensor.
If you're like me and you wanted Spider-Man to be in Super Smash Bros., you now have a way to do that, even if it's just Bully Maguire from Spider-Man 3.
Yes.
Or better yet,
McDonald's.
what?
A Sephiroth.
Oh yeah, Ronald McDonald over Sephiroth. If you want
He has
Virgil,
voice lines, too.
true. And a Final Smash that never works, so I don't download it anymore.
Oh.
Or like, or if you want Richter to be the face I just made at you is hilarious. Or if you want Richter, or frankly any character, to be dripped out of their gourd, there's mods for that. It basically anything that you think they can improve about the game is probably already in the game. And if you don't even, there are a lot that you won't even have thought of. Like someone made a mod for Hero.
Disabled Mario.
That's not what I was thinking of, no, but close, I guess. I don't. Like, there's a hero armor set where all 4 of the heroes from Dragon Quest get their full armor sets. That's super cool. I would never have thought of that, but it's there, and someone made it, and it's super cool. Or, Pirate Funky Kong, Cowboy Mario, Cowboy Yoshi, Wii Fit Trainer in Nike sponsored clothes, which is honestly kind of cool. I actually really like that one.
What I've kind of
Handsome Squidward. All these things are there, and it's really cool. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I've kind of noticed that our favorite characters we choose cool mods for, and our less favorite we generally lean towards memes.
Yeah.
Which is, kind of what
Ganondorf
makes
is just a
us play them.
50-50 split at this point. He's got Doomslayer
Which is insane.
and Phantom Ganon, but he's also got Donald Trump and Shrek.
Yeah.
The duality of man.
And for you guys who want Kamala Harris in the game to have a battle between Trump and Kamala,
It also
Kamala is a
also
mod.
possible. Kamala just got modded in, and she's got the funny laugh and everything. If you wish Captain
you'd be hearing,
Falcon's Blue Falcon was freaking Lightning McQueen, wish granted. If you wanted Lucario to be Chick Hicks, first of all, that's kind of weird. Second of all, that also exists for some reason.
Sora as Mac.
From Cars, the big truck.
It is a giant
real.
model with a tiny hitbox.
Yeah. Hitbox doesn't change, it's just the physicality of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Chickens to run.
I just want you guys to. Oh my gosh, I like when he goes, "Eat your heart out," and he's like, Super Saiyan Max.
Yeah.
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 Thunder. Thunder. Kachiga.
Kachiga.
Yeah. So, I would definitely recommend to anyone listening to this to Mod Smash. Now,
Kachiga sounds like a slur.
sounds like one slur in particular, if that's what you're referring to.
I actually wasn't. It just literally sounds like a slur. But now that you
I don't
say
think it does,
that it sounds
but
like a
now it
certain
does.
slur, now it sounds like a certain
The
slur.
funny thing is, I didn't think it sounded like a slur, but now it really does.
well, now I didn't think it was that slur, but now you're making me think it is.
So, if you could add, let's talk more about mods that you would implement in different ways. So, for example, like if I wanted the Knuckles mod, but I wanted a moveset for it, like something like that. What would you add among our mods? Because like one of the ones I would add is Dante from Devil May Cry over Cloud. Dante as an actual fighter would be really cool.
yeah.
Wow, thanks for contributing to that conversation a whole lot. That was really cool.
I'm thinking.
I brought up an idea already. That's my whole point. Why are you the way that you are? Everything you do is just not good, and it makes it not fun. Everything you do takes what I love and makes it not good, and you do it so much worse.
Your girlfriend is a lesbian.
Quote Michael Scott.
Just kidding.
No, she's not. I could tell you from experience that she's definitely not. But that's not what this podcast is about. So
I'm joking. By the way,
I know that you're joking about my
I don't know
girlfriend
if you
being.
know.
I do.
Our
know.
IQ is pretty low.
I think they could figure that out. Okay, answer the question.
again, I mean, I said Eggman, but like a new moveset
I'm just saying, how would you implement one of the mods we already have
into the new Smash game?
into a new Smash game? Would you add Eggman as a skin, or would you add? Him
I would
as a moveset?
add Eggman as a character. Now, there's like certain things, like this isn't a mod, but for example,
Like Girth?
Dark Samus and Samus don't need to be two separate characters. They could be one character.
I would much prefer if Dark Samus and Samus were two different characters.
Really?
Not in the sense that they were echo fighters of each other, but in the sense that
Two
Dark
different
Samus had
movesets?
her own moveset.
I think that'd be okay too.
That would be way cooler.
Although,
I'm
for a
so
Smash
sad.
game, I don't know how tight we want, we could have a lot of other characters that could have higher priority.
Well, yeah, but I think
and I'm a Samus fan. all
I'm
the
just
way.
saying I would take Dark Samus having a new moveset over getting a ninth Fire Emblem character that plays the exact same as the other 7.
Yeah, that's true.
Or is the other, I mean,
Very true.
like, I'm done with that forever, please, thank you. So I would much prefer, there are just so many other options for how they do it. Like, I get that it was Smash Bros.
Okay,
Ultimate,
so-
but did we need to add 2 more Fire Emblem
What
characters?
I want is the final DLC character was Sora, which really made me sad. I know some people were happy, but I'm like, there is no way in, what was it, last year? Now, I know Sora at one point was the most requested.
Well, it was only the one fighter ballot that they did.
Yeah. And that was a while ago, and now I'm pretty sure he's not as relevant as he used to be.
No.
And yeah, I was very disappointed about Sora.
And he's still
I
a
almost
very
cried.
popular character. But
His
like,
moveset is honestly good, but like we could have
really?
had Doom Guy, Master Chief.
This is like a game about the most iconic video game characters in history.
And the last
one you
DLC.
went with was freaking Sora.
Yeah.
I literally would have preferred Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, he's way more iconic than
way,
Sora.
Not to mention way cooler. That drip, bro. I swear.
Oh my gosh.
Sora and his yee shoes, bro.
I don't understand their thinking with that.
I thought the same
Like,
thing with Steve.
okay.
Like, I get why they added Steve
Well, here's the thing.
business-wise,
Steve
but I was
wasn't
like,
the last DLC character
no,
added.
I could get over it because I was like, well, there's more.
If
DLC
Sora
after
was
Steve.
like, I don't know, the fourth one added,
honestly,
whatever.
Steve being the last DLC would have made twice as much sense as Sora being
That's
the last
true.
DLC.
Steve was actually big news.
It would've
Not
been-
that we personally care about Steve,
Yeah.
but lots of other people.
Imagine if they have the exact same trailer that Sora did, but it's Steve, like with like the whole like light beacon, and it's just like space looking Steve.
am Steve.
He's just like floating down, all blocky and stuff. No expression at all, and there's like all this like inspirational music, and
This
it's
guy
just
is a total tool bag.
it's just Steve like slowly descending from the heavens, like looking around, expressionless. Like
I
it is I.
am Steve.
You don't have to keep saying more lines.
I
I'm gonna kill you.
am
I'll throw
I
will
believed
throw
you.
the computer
That
at you.
trailer's so bad. I know. Oh my gosh!
Anyway, I would literally have preferred any other video game character probably in the entire world.
Cuphead.
Yeah, Cuphead would have been
Bomberman.
great. Bomberman would have been cool.
Dante.
Maybe not as the last one.
Virgil, Nero,
Nero. The part that stings is that they showed off the Mii fighter costumes first, and they were like, "Here's the guys who could have made it in," and I was like, "Oh, there goes Dante. Oh, there goes Shantae, and there goes Dragonborn, and there goes Doom Guy." Well, it must be pretty good because there's no Master Chief there, and there's also noticeably no Sora there, which was a problem because it got leaked the day before. So I was like, please don't be Sora.
I'm
And then it
reliving
was
sadness
Sora.
right now. I'm not even kidding.
So
that day, I was sad.
I was genuinely depressed that whole day.
I'm thinking back to that day, and I feel the sadness.
One of my friends that plays Kingdom Hearts came up to me out there. And
Kingdom
like,
Hearts is not a
were
bad
like-
game, by the way.
No, it's not. I've heard plenty of great things about it actually. But he came up to me. He's like, "Oh my gosh, they're adding Sora in Smash Bros." And I was like, "I know." And they were like, "I didn't mean to make you mad." I was like, "Well, it wasn't you that made me mad. It was the video I watched this morning that made me so pissed off."
Yeah, I mean, some people are happy.
Oh, I would say more people were happy than weren't, but like a lot of people probably shared a similar sentiment to me. I know I saw a reaction where someone was actually upset, but I think most people shared the common sentiment where I was like, okay.
It could have been someone else.
It was so anticlimactic. Like,
like-
Sora is cool if you are a big fan of Kingdom Hearts.
There has to be more Master Chief fans than Sora fans.
Exactly. This is exactly what I'm thinking. If Sora was the last DLC, all of the Kingdom Hearts fans freak out, right?
Yeah.
They're all like, that was the coolest way Smash Bros. Could have ended its updating life. If Master Chief was the last DLC, it would have blown up the internet.
Well, and it's not like it was a licensing issue either, because they have the Mii
because
costumes.
they have two. Not to mention they don't have a Mii costume for Master Chief though.
Oh.
They have Doom Guy, but not that Doom Guy is also
Doom
owned by
Guy would have
Microsoft
been
now.
better too.
Or they also added Banjo Kazooie and Steve, who are both Microsoft-owned properties. Like they could have
Microsoft, I'm sure, would have been happy to add
Yeah.
Master Chief.
I mean, it's just more money in their pockets. Frankly, I don't think I would have. So a lot of the characters that were shown as Mii fighters for the last ones, I would all like to be fighters. Shantae, Dragonborn, Dante, and Doomslayer would all be really cool fighters. I don't think I ever would have wanted them to be the last fighter. Dante being the only exception.
Yeah.
But a lot of people would have been confused by Dante. Because I don't
True.
think he's super mainstream and popular compared to other ones. Like,
Not-
he's cool.
I mean,
and everyone likes Dante who knows who
even
he is. But they
Virgil-
wouldn't have been very excited about it.
Even Virgil isn't relevant enough. Like, it's still a pretty popular franchise.
He would probably... The internet would still freak out if they added him. But they wouldn't be as excited about him as most people would be about Sora. But, like...
Yeah.
It was just so funny because, like, they left out so many characters from those Mii fighters that I would have been like... If they added this guy, it would have been insane. Specifically Master Chief, but also, like, if Kratos from God of War got in, people would go nuts. Or what I was hoping for, Spider-Man from PS4 would have been pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Which was never going to happen, but I have
No.
hopes. Or like Rayman. That would have been pretty sick.
It would have.
Who was the other one I was thinking? I thought it was going to be Shadow for a minute. I was like genuinely
Gosh, Shadow.
if it was Shadow, people would have died. Like exploded spontaneously. Or Gino.
Actually, less cartel activity. Sora increased cartel activity.
So Shadow's not a Dragon Ball character. So that
Shadow
statistic is not
that
proven.
cool.
Shadow is the cartel, actually. Have you seen that weapons storage, dude? Shadow probably is the mafia leader. Anyway, it's just funny because like a lot of mods that I'm seeing, I'm like, wow, this would have been really cool. Like Knuckles and Silver and Shadow.
Actually,
you know what would have been crazy if they pulled a Hero? So remember when Hero was announced?
Yeah.
And everyone was terrified for a minute because there were 4 characters, not 1.
Yeah.
Because it was the 4 skins. We didn't know at the time. We were all terrified for a minute. Like, what if they pulled this Hero and they were like, oh, by the way, here's 4 Sonic characters. All skinned over as one, something like that. That would have been insane. Or like Gino. Actually, Gino would have made the Smash community happy, not anyone else. But it would have been pretty cool.
I think Gino would have still been a better choice than Sora.
I think that might be inherently wrong. Because, like, objectively speaking, more people know Sora than...
Oh.
I think more people...
I never heard of Sora until he was released.
Well, but Gino's only been in one game. He's
true.
been in Mario RPG. Kingdom Hearts is his whole series, so
That's true.
But still,
And
it's
there's
just so
someone
sad.
who's played 2000s games, 2010s games, never heard of Sora.
Kingdom Hearts...
And I'm not saying it wasn't popular.
Oh, no, it was aimed at, like, 2000s edgy teenagers, though. Because it was anime in the 2000s. It was, like, Naruto for Disney kids. So, I mean, of course we didn't hear about it. No one cared. Only weebs did. But, like, it's just funny because, like, now that I'm playing with so many mods, I'm like, wow, I would have really liked to have seen everyone in this mod in there. Like, Funky Kong would have been awesome.
I guess...
Any Kong character would have been cool, actually. I like that they had a King K roll, but we could have used a few more. Cranky would have been cool.
I guess how I can sum up mods is that it has fulfilled my sadness for the final DLC announcement.
Yeah, it also opened the floodgates to a whole new way to enjoy the game, in my opinion. Like, I've never played Bowser Jr.
It made the game better.
Prior to getting, like, Bowser Jr. mods.
Everything is just more enjoyable.
It's way cooler.
Everything.
Yeah. And there are still some skins from the game I like. Like, I have avoided modding Incineroar because his skins are so good. But Incineroar doesn't count because he's a newer character. And, of course, he's going to be better. But, like, it's so good. Like, I can play as Kronk. Not that I would ever want that for an actual Smash game.
No.
But it was cool, you know? Like,
would I ever want disabled Mario? No.
No. Would I ever want...
But will I play
That's
him
ableist.
every day? Yes.
That's ableist, Mirage.
What is ableist?
It's when you're, like... You know, like the equivalent of racist to disabled people.
Oh.
Like if you're like, ha ha, can't walk, la la, I can dance and you can't, stupid wheelchair person. Like that's ableist. Not that I talk like that to people in wheelchairs, but if I did, I would be ableist like you. But like Ronald McDonald. Sorry. Like Ronald McDonald over Sephiroth.
Announcement, guys. Mirage is
Mirage
ableist.
is ableist. What?
I'm joking, guys.
A lot of them, I actually do think, like, look at them and I'm like, if this was in the game, I'd be weirded out, but I would like it a lot. Like, there's a Shantae and Risky Boots recolor for Mithra, or for Pyra and Mithra.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, this is kind of sick. This looks so cool.
Okay, actually, you can tell me if I'm wrong, but hear me out. Among Us would have been more popular than Sora.
No, definitely not.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because it kind of hit its stride in 2020 and then fell off pretty dang hard.
I mean...
Because, I mean, Sora is part of a franchise, you know? Like, it's a continuous fan base. The fans are always going to be there for Sora.
Among Us is so well known, though.
Among
Everyone's played it. Even me. I don't like Among Us.
Among Us was played a lot in 2020, and its numbers dropped steeply.
I mean, that is true.
So right around the time when Sora was getting announced, Among Us hadn't been relevant.
I don't even think it was requested.
I think
really,
it would have been... Oh, it was probably requested plenty. I mean, I wouldn't have minded Among Us, but if it was the last announcement for the game, I probably would have killed someone.
Although, just me, I still would have preferred it over Sora.
Really?
I really do
Sora's
not care about
moveset-
Sora.
Okay, what moveset would you make for Among Us?
Chop off people's heads.
Wow. And,
I don't know. This takes
and how
actual
many
thinking now, though.
Yeah,
Like-
and like that's the thing though, is like with all the DLC characters.
You can actually make it pretty cool, though.
Yeah, I'm sure you could, but the thing is, would it be cool
What
and
if you
fun
could
to play?
Vent through the stage.
Here's
a
my
teleport,
question.
but you go underground.
Would it be cool and fun to play? Because a lot of characters in the game are cool, but it doesn't make them fun.
Sonic.
Sonic is not cool. Sonic is a combination of both. He's not fun to play, and he is super lame.
It's really sad.
I mean, he's kind of cool.
He's cool now
Or no,
that we have mods.
he's cool when you have mods, exactly. And he's fun-ish to play when you do stuff right. But, like, if you would have added Among Us, first of all, no one would have bought that. I mean, a few people would because everyone had the Fighter's Pass. But I don't think it would have sold as much as Sora. Genuinely.
I don't know. I would never buy Sora, but I would buy Among Us.
Right, but Sora is, again...
That's me, though.
That's you, exactly. Like, that's you
My
compared
5-year-old
to the wider gaming
My,
audience.
I know this kid. He's like 5. He would buy Smash just to play as an Among Us character.
That's so sad. Our world is terrible.
It is sad.
It's like if they added Skippity Toilet.
Anyways, my argument is Among Us would be better.
I literally
Not
would
that my
even
argument is right or
I
wrong.
literally would not even
It's an
mind
opinion
if Among
more
Us
like,
was
but-
in there. But if it was the final DLC, I would have been incredibly mad. I would have been way more mad
Than Sora.
than Sora. Because that is a bean, first of all.
Bean.
And hasn't
Racist,
been around
just
for even half the life of
We got
every...
an ableist and a racist on here.
Even
now.
Byleth has been around longer than Among Us. And Byleth is like from one of the newest Fire Emblem games. I would have been really pissed.
I
if
still
they
don't
had
know
Among
what
Us.
Fire Emblem is.
It's a strategy RPG. No, I don't think most Nintendo
Oh, it's an
fans even
RPG?
care about
Yeah,
Fire
I don't
Emblem.
care. I do
RPGs can be
not
fun.
like most RPGs. I say most.
Yeah.
Because
Which RPGs
most are not fun.
I forget, which RPGs do you like?
Pokemon's fine.
Pokemon's pretty fun.
I've played other ones that I've enjoyed.
Why are
Start
you
naming
flipping
them.
me off?
Peace.
You hit your hand, like your hand from my perspective.
Oh,
your
it's like
hand is
this.
curled against your. Yeah. I see
It's
what
like,
you mean. But like,
what are other RPGs that are?
my point is,
I've played.
my point
Fantasy.
is, Sora
Is an
I
RPG.
can't even believe that I'm saying this. No, it's not.
I'm joking.
Oh, I was like, no, it's not. It's a combat game.
I know. We
It's
watched
like,
all the cutscenes for
Did we? Did we watch them
for
together?
one of the Kingdom Hearts. We made fun of throughout. We made fun of the whole thing.
Really?
We did.
Dude, that game is
Or almost
5
everything.
hours long.
One of them. Maybe it wasn't the whole
Yeah,
thing.
the first one's
but
5 hours long.
We spent a long time watching them and making fun of it.
That'd be a really funny video, just making fun of Kingdom Hearts.
And again, it's not necessarily bad,
'Cause,
but
I mean,
it's
what time
pretty
is it?
cheesy.
We
and
could
it's
knock that
fun.
out. That'd be a pretty funny video. Just literally watch Kingdom Hearts and make fun of it.
Kingdom Farts. The new Smash character added to Smash.
Among Us.
Oh!
So actually, wait. This is an interesting
Meow.
topic. If the final character, you can't say Master Chief,
Okay.
and you also can't say Among Us
Okay.
or Sora
Or
obviously.
Doom Guy.
Yeah, actually, no Doom Guy either.
Okay.
Doom Guy would have been cool, but as the final character, I feel like a lot of people would have gotten mad.
Okay. This
Especially 'cause
is
he's from
not a
the
joke,
game.
by the way. So we knew about like the top 20 characters that could be added as the final character.
Yeah.
We looked it up. Sora was one of them.
Yeah, the number one video.
We
game
actually
character.
have this recorded on our old channel. I'm pretty sure. Maybe not. Was this our new channel? We may have never uploaded this. Maybe it was our old channel because it was a while ago.
Which one was it that you're talking about?
We were talking about who we want for the final DLC
Oh,
character.
that was us though. That was us discussing it. That wasn't entirely based on polls. It was partially based on a poll someone held, where the number one winner was Crash Bandicoot, I think, or Master Chief.
Yeah.
But
Point is though,
Sora was not even like top 40. on that
whatever
list.
thing it was on that day, it was like, all right, these are the characters that will most likely get in. It was like, I don't know, 20 of them.
Yeah.
And one of them was Sora. And I said this exactly. We still might have this on recording somewhere. I'm not going to search the archives of 10 billion minutes.
Right.
But I said exactly, as long as they don't add Sora, I'm okay.
Yeah, we both. No, that was
we
one
both
of our
said that.
podcast episodes because we were recalling this exact event. Literally the day before Sora was announced, we both said to each other on a phone call, I will be fine with the final DLC. As long as it's not Sora. God in heaven was smiting us. We must have sinned extra hard that day or something. Because he said, boy, I hate to break it to you. It is going to be Sora. We actually like said out loud, it could be literally anyone else. I don't even care. As long as it's not Sora.
Yeah.
Sora ended up being pretty cool in terms of moveset.
His moveset is pretty amazing.
But it's the character
a little spammy,
that I don't
but
like.
It's actually pretty good, though.
Yeah.
Not too spammy like Ness.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, so much better than this. I think they've just perfected the way that they build characters.
I feel like it's a good spam set.
Yeah. But I'm that's what I'm saying. I think they've kind of figured out how to make characters because every DLC character has been pretty well made.
Joker's kind of boring.
Joker's boring.
I hate playing ARMS.
Maybe we should play Joker more to kind of figure it out. But the ARMS one was kind of stupid.
ARMS?
The ARMS one is really
not that I hate ARMS the game.
She's
but
really good.
I don't like playing her
but
in the game. It's just boring.
It's so boring. It's zoning in the most boring way possible. Anyway, if you could pick the final fighter for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for the Nintendo Switch released in 2018 on November 18th, I don't know why I know that. What would the fighter be? And would you describe a potential moveset idea? Limitations are no Master Chief, no Doom Guy, and no Sora Among Us.
I feel like wasn't Cuphead up there?
Cuphead.
He was top 50 at least.
Cuphead was... Oh, you mean in the poll that we looked at? I don't think he was, but also that game...
It's not that popular.
Kind of came and went a little bit. Like, it's still popular, obviously, but it's not nearly as popular as stuff like
maybe not
Dark
Cuphead.
Souls.
I want to choose something that's somewhat popular.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be...
Could you give me some options?
I could give you some potential options. Would you want it to be a third-party character or a Nintendo character?
I'm fine with either.
I feel like they haven't missed out on a lot of Nintendo characters, have they? There have been I mean, like, at least for, like, bringing in a franchise, at least.
Yeah.
So probably not a Nintendo character. Some third-party good potential options would obviously be Sonic the Hedgehog characters. That would always be popular.
Oh, wait. Okay, honestly, I would choose, like, Shadow or Eggman.
I think Shadow would probably end up going over a bit better.
But I know Crash Bandicoot was actually a very popular choice.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool.
Yeah, I would rather not have Crash Bandicoot.
I choose Sonic over, but I feel like Crash Bandicoot could also be cool.
If it was up to me, if I had to pick a third party, I probably, assuming it couldn't be from in the game already, like no Sonic or anything like that.
Yeah.
I probably would pick Rayman. I know it wouldn't be as popular probably as some other picks, but Rayman is like a cult classic.
Rayman feels like Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah. Also, Rayman feels like the kind of character where it's weird that they're not in Smash already, you know? Yeah. Because, like, the potential is there. You, like, see it. Not to mention, Rayman is in a few Mario games. Like, he was just in Mario and Rabbids. He could probably be in the next Smash. But either way...
They could have released, like, Rayquaza.
Do you think they would add another Pokemon? Do you think people would be okay with that?
Well, here's the thing.
After adding a Fire Emblem DLC?
It's tough to say because Pokemon is the, like, most popular franchise in the world.
Yeah,
right?
Most successful thing in capitalism.
They're not necessarily requested that much in Smash. I mean, we have a few.
I bet a few select ones are.
But I feel like people might complain, but if you had hindsight, let's say, oh, it's going to be Sora, or you can have Rayquaza, I think people would choose Rayquaza.
I think a lot of people will probably pick Rayquaza. I guess it just depends on how you implement it, though, because people were really excited about Ridley.
Yeah.
But Ridley didn't end up pleasing fans very much because he was too lightweight.
That's true. I mean, who knows if Rayquaza can be good or bad as a fighter.
True.
And, well, my point is, there are infinitely more Pokemon fans than Sora fans.
Yeah, and at that point, it's like a question of whether you should do it because it'll be more popular, or whether it's a bad idea to do it because it's more popular. Because clearly, actually, yeah, think about it this way. Would Sora ever win in that poll? Compare how many Pokemon fans there are.
I would say no.
I would say probably not too. So then maybe it wouldn't be as fair to include. Pokemon might be... Because a lot of people would be really happy about another Pokemon. I'd probably be really happy about another Pokemon.
Pokemon's pretty universal. We have plenty
as
of
a-
Pokemon Smash, although
Yeah.
Pichu is not needed. I'm not a fan of Pokemon Trainer.
But here's my
That's
thing.
just a matter of switching between 3 characters.
I think it's so cool.
I'm not a fan of doing that. That's just me, though.
You
That's
could always
why.
just stick with the one.
That's why I only use Pyra as Pyra and Mithra. I
really?
rarely, or no, what's the
You
red
sw-
one?
Pyra.
Yeah, I rarely switch to Mithra. Very rarely.
But anyway, I guess it would, in my opinion, I mean, you could totally add a Pokemon. But in my opinion, I feel like it'd be worse to add a Pokemon simply because if it's going to be the last fighter, you'd want it to leave a big impression.
You're right, but again,
Thank you.
I still think it would be a better impression than Sora.
I don't think so, because adding another
But that's not third party. Actually, wait.
I think
Is
adding
Pokemon
a
third
third
party?
party would by far be more popular than adding a Nintendo character. But adding a character from a pre-existing IP that's already in the game would probably not go over well. Byleth was the 8th Fire Emblem character added, and Fire Emblem is obviously a lot more hated on for being in Smash.
Yeah.
But Pokemon have faced a similar problem too, because Lucario and Mewtwo are so similar. Pichu and Pikachu are in there.
I like playing as Lucario.
All of them have counters.
But I must admit, he's not needed.
No.
Mewtwo's moveset is not fun to me.
All I could think
Same
when
with
they added-
Greninja. Greninja is not fun.
All I could think when they added Lucario was
Popular,
like,
though.
wait. There are so many Pokemon.
Okay, Lucario's fairly
And you
popular
went with
though.
Lucario. Yeah, but like they also took out Mewtwo in that game too.
Oh, in that game?
Yeah, so like
Oh,
why
I see.
take out
Okay.
Mewtwo and then keep Lucario? But anyway, it's a whole
It's more so the
the
moveset.
history of that game.
I
is
like the
always so
moveset
bad.
personally, but I'm aware that
It's probably the
generally
least popular of the
unenjoyable.
Pokemon. Yeah, actually,
Now,
no, Greninja's definitely the least popular.
Incineroar, tell me if I'm wrong, but like I never really cared about him much as a Pokemon. As a Pokemon collector, he's not always on, the big charts
Yeah.
like even
I think he's
Lucario, but
relatively popular
his
due to his
moveset is
very cool.
insane.
Very
It is
cool.
so good.
and I love the grab. And as a starter, he's going to garner more popularity too. I think if you wanted to please as many people as possible, you would have to do third party because people are going to be sick of it if you add another
not
Nintendo
choosing
character.
Master Chief.
The Nintendo character would have to literally be like the most requested or something,
Yeah.
and I don't even know what you would do
Okay,
for that.
I know we ruled out Master Chief, but now that
Master
I think
Chief
about
is
it,
probably the most
I think
realistically liked
he
option.
would have been the best option.
Absolute best option. But if we were not including that, I would probably say a Sonic character.
Shadow. It
Shadow.
would have to be Shadow. I love Eggman more than
But
Shadow.
Shadow is Shadow.
It would
Like,
have to be Shadow.
come on,
I think
it's freaking
Shadow.
Shadow the
Shadow would have been way better than Sora.
Shadow would have been a pretty sweet character to bring in with a similar fashion to Sephiroth, where he's like beating the living crap out of the other Smash characters. Imagine Shadow,
Oh,
but it's like the intro to Shadow the Hedgehog.
Kazuya's intro
Yeah,
video.
but just do that with Shadow. That would have been
Yeah.
funny. But yeah, like, it just would have left a stronger impression on most fans, I think. Because especially considering how little representation Sonic has in that game. But I think if you ruled out the best option, which is Master Chief, and you ruled out Shadow, which is, clearly one of the most requested characters, there's not a lot of options. And Sora would probably be a bit more popular than whatever else you would pick. If you wanted to please as many people as possible...
Although, remember like the top 20 picks? We'd have to look at those again, and then we might have more argument against Sora. Or
Right.
for Sora.
But I mean, like,
But-
in all fairness, Sakurai was working with what he had at the time. The poll he got had Shrek, John Cena, and then Sora.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I would prefer John Cena, but they're not going to do John Cena.
No, and frankly, they shouldn't.
They shouldn't.
I agree a lot more with Sakurai not including movie characters than I used to. It
John
used to piss me
Cena,
off.
Well, he's in movies, but as a person,
It was
he's
2016. It was a meme.
He's a whole nother.
He actually just got added to a
whole
fighting
nother
game.
thing.
He's Peacemaker in Mortal Kombat 1.
Wow.
But anyway, it's just so weird to think, because like I used to be so against the idea that, oh, you can't add any movie characters to Smash. And then someone introduced this idea to me where they're like, well, if they just added movie characters to Smash, then where do they draw the line? If they had PS4 Spider-Man, suddenly they can add Batman from the Arkham games. Okay, not so bad. But then you could add Superman from Injustice. But then you could add this guy from that. Like, and where do you draw the line? And
So
I get it.
I guess where you could draw the line is it can only be characters. They can be like maybe they're in a movie, but it has to be a video game specific skin.
Yeah. Or yeah, but I think the
but
like,
even then,
think about Pokemon. You know, Pokemon was a game first, and then an anime later.
Realistically, which is unrealistic. I'm gonna get into a simplicity tangent here, but there's like 1,000 fighters I want in Smash, but at the same time, realistically, it gets pretty complicated. That's not gonna happen in this day of. I'm sure they could do that, but that's a lot of money.
Yeah,
that's a lot of money that people don't have. So,
actually, you know who they could add?
Who?
That would have been not exactly the most popular. Would have been more popular than Sora. Would have left a few people triggered because he's the final one.
You can't please everyone.
But you
although
can't
Master
please everyone.
Chief, you might be able to please.
You
everyone.
might be able to please everyone with Master Chief, except the Kingdom Hearts fans. I hope they keep Sora in Smash Bros. So that we never hear another complaint from Kingdom Hearts fans because they can shut up. But
his moveset is good enough.
It's good enough.
I'm okay with it.
And I'm fine with never adding anything Kingdom Hearts related ever again. But here's an idea. He wouldn't make everyone happy. He would make a lot of people happy. He's not an established character in the franchise yet. He's never even been seen in the franchise.
Yeah.
He's owned by a third party. Very popular in the community that it's in because it's such a tight-knit community. It's a huge franchise. Five Nights at Freddy's could have been a really strong addition.
That would have surprised people.
Would have been pretty shocked and maybe not so happy at first. But I definitely would have 100% without a doubt preferred that over Sora.
I know for a fact that he was somewhat requested. Probably made top 50.
Definitely. Freddy was probably
made top 50 most requested.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. Not everyone's first choice. But
I think it would be a huge shock, though.
It would be a shock.
Kind of like how Steve was. We all thought Steve was impossible.
I think, because the Five Nights at Freddy's guys can be a little tough on giving the rights to other people.
Yeah,
if they
want to keep their lore intact.
To Smash, I could see people downloading Smash FNAF players
for Five Nights at Freddy's
just
alone.
To play Five Nights at Freddy's.
It's a strong community. They love their games.
You know, and you could argue that about other franchises that haven't been in the game, but I would say it would work the best with FNAF.
And there are a few other costumes that made it in that might deliver a strong impression, but compared to Freddy, given that started as an indie game, right? But you can't deny that it became such a phenomenon as it grew. It became huge so quickly.
It did.
It took over the internet, and unlike most other indie games, it stayed there and would not go away no matter how much we wanted it to.
Yeah. Especially
for poor MatPat, who had no choice but to keep making theories until he eventually quit. And they're still making theories. You
know what I could see in the future, though? Is Lethal Company characters... Well, they've already been added to Fortnite.
Right.
So Lethal Company had a big boom a year ago.
Yeah.
They gained tons of popularity.
Yeah.
They haven't lost popularity, really.
I would say they probably have. It's
maybe
not
a little
super
bit.
relevant on
They're still adding
much.
updates. They're still making money.
Yeah.
But, they had that big boom. Everybody was playing.
This is what we
Literally everyone was playing Lethal Company.
This is what we call the Among Us, where it starts out super popular, stays on the internet.
Wait,
every YouTuber on there,
it's
and they're
not
always playing
as
it.
Among Us because the crash isn't as bad. Smitty still makes.
People still make Among Us videos too.
Not as much though. Among Us has crashed a lot more.
Among Us has been on trending still, compared to Lethal Company, which is not on trending that often.
Is it really not?
Yeah.
Because
when you look at what people are searching for,
videos all the time.
Well, yeah, Smitty's a huge contributor to that, and smaller content creators who play just Lethal Company especially. But Among Us has stuck around because of its meme relevance, and Lethal Company is going to be played for a while. But Among Us was also super popular for a while and then dipped the same way Lethal Company.
Here's what I'm saying though: Among Us, people don't really enjoy it as much, but. Quote from, I'm pretty sure Smitty said this. I could be wrong, guys, but I'm pretty sure that he said, Lethal Company is still just as fun to play as it used to be. Which
Lethal Company is such a different game in my mind because it's Among Us, you have to be accusing people.
Now,
Lethal Company, you're having a fun time no matter
Lethal
what.
Company is getting updates, but I feel like what is holding it back from popularness is the fact that the updates aren't enough.
Well, it's because it's one developer. That's a huge holdback.
Yeah. True.
So what does that have to do with what we were talking about
I don't even
at all?
remember
Were you going to say like they could be in the game in the future?
in the future because it's
I mean, you know what it could
an
be?
original game.
It would make for a really good Mii Fighter outfit, in all fairness.
Yeah, maybe not a character, but a Mii fighter.
Yeah.
I think that could,
I mean, Shovel Knight made it in as an assist trophy. Here's what I was going to say, though, is I think a lot of Mii Fighter characters who stayed in the game, obviously they wouldn't compare to FNAF, but they could also be pretty good contenders. Definitely not the last character. I would not want them to be the last character.
Who?
A lot of the Mii Fighter costume characters that made it in.
Like who?
Well, for example, Cuphead, Sans.
I think they would have been amazing DLC choices, like better than Joker or Arms.
Yeah.
Still better than Sora, but I would agree not as good as the last
Yeah,
choice.
not very impactful. And unfortunately, despite how much I don't like Sora, I'm sure most people thought, "Oh my gosh, it's Sora."
Sora would have been is still more popular than them.
Yeah.
Although I think if Sora was like, let's say 4th release, those characters would have been better than Sora.
And in all fairness, it's like, okay, maybe Sora is more fitting as a final character given he was the most voted at a time.
At a time.
But Leon S.
Irrelevant
Kennedy is a character who's been in every good Resident Evil game, and Resident Evil's won Game of the Year how many times? So I could also argue that that's more relevant. Forza Horizon 3 won Racing Game of the Year. Let's make Forza the last character. It doesn't always apply,
Just a car.
Yeah, it's literally the Lamborghini Centauro. Nothing else. There's got to be a mod for that, right?
I don't know about the Lamborghini Centauro
But
specifically.
like a car.
I mean, there's cars from
I mean, there's
cars.
already JKX's Lucario.
There has to be an actual car.
There has to be an actual car. Is there like a Ford Mustang over Wario's Wario bike? That'd be pretty sweet.
That'd be dope, actually.
That would be really cool. We should see, because I would get that. Imagine it's just like a little mini coupe. That'd be so sick.
What's another big game release around that time?
Around the time, like 2021?
Yeah.
Fall Guys.
I'm sorry, that would have been worse than Sora.
Yeah. The same way Among Us would have been worse than Sora. Because here's the thing. It's undeniable now that video games all like to make their main characters beans for some reason.
Fall Guys is still very popular.
It is. But like,
I would
you got
say,
like Fall Guys, Content Warning, Lethal Company, and Among Us.
Content Warning
all have
has
very-
not been updated.
Yeah, Content
I don't
Warning's
even
gone.
know at all.
It was an April Fool's joke. I don't think it's going anywhere.
It was an April Fool's game that ended up being amazing, but I don't think it's gotten updates.
Yeah. It's just like, it's so weird. What?
I mean,
what?
maybe it did get one update.
It might have, but I doubt it's going to go anywhere.
I think we don't have PCs because I would love to play Lethal Company a lot.
Yeah.
I would play Content Warning too, but if they did not update it regularly, I would stop playing.
Yeah. The funny thing is, like, what happened to this trend of all characters starting to look like astronauts or beans? Like, Among Us is the start
with Among Us,
and then Lethal Company is like
Among
RTX
Us, but
on Among
real
Us,
life. Yeah,
and then Fall Guys is RTX off 3D Among Us,
and then Content Warning.
And then Content Warning is like Lethal Company and Among Us had a baby.
Yeah.
Like, what is going on? It's so weird. And
All-
so it would make it hard to
all
justify
relatively good
adding
games.
any of those characters, you know? It's like, well, that's another bean. You can't have more. there can
You may
can
have 3 beans, no more. Choose wisely.
Exactly. So you would have to be really careful with those less popular, but like YouTube popular video games. But like, what were popular releases in 2021? That's a good question. I don't know.
Okay,
I feel like
actually-
they're missing out on a lot of
What
really
if-
popular games, though.
Smash
popular
doesn't
characters.
add meme characters.
Huh?
They don't. Meme characters.
If
I
they
think
do add meme characters
they don't. Not
No, they
actual
don't.
meme characters from video games.
outside of like if you
I
include
would,
the weird characters they've added, like Rob, Wii Fit Trainer, and Duck Hunt.
They're just, well, I don't think Duck Hunt's weird. I just think he's
Duck
irrelevant.
Hunt was really weird.
I like Duck Hunt.
well, I like
doesn't
Duck Hunt
need to be
too,
in the
but
game.
Duck
I
Hunt's
think
not
he's
even
cute,
a character. Duck Hunt's a
but-
game
Yeah.
where you shoot ducks and a dog catches them.
So I think Among Us would count as a meme character.
True.
But what I'm getting to is, what if they release a DLC on April Fools?
Nintendo.
That's a meme character.
Nintendo doesn't do it.
Would that make money? More than, like, releasing it on an average day?
April
I mean, it
Fools,
really
Among
depends.
Us.
But I would guess probably not, because a lot of the Smash fans would buy it because it's a new character, and if you're a Smash fan, you have to buy it if you want to play with more characters. But if you're an average Joe who doesn't care about Among Us anymore because it hasn't been relevant in like 4 years, you're gonna be like, oh wow, Among Us.
Although,
I will not be buying.
change up the marketing. What if it's a limited release? Like you have a week to buy it.
Well, then people would be pissed
Would
about it.
that change things?
Yes, it would
would
make
that-
people exponentially more angry. It is
That's very
never worked for
possible, but would
Nintendo.
that make them more money?
No. It is regularly worsened Nintendo's chance of making money. One time they released a game called Mario 3D All-Stars.
Yeah.
Great game. It had Mario Sunshine, Mario Galaxy, and Mario 64. Not particularly anything special about the collection. Outside of the fact that if you bought it, you would keep it.
Yeah.
And if you didn't buy it before March 31st, you could not buy it. Nobody liked that at all. Same thing with Super Mario
Here's
Bros. 35.
what I'm
I'm
gonna
not done yet.
Sorry.
A battle royale game where everyone is playing Mario Bros. If you beat an enemy, it moves to someone else's game. Also a limited time live service event
Yeah.
that nobody liked because it disappeared after March 31st.
Mm.
They did the same thing with a Game & Watch. They did the same thing with a couple of controllers. They did the same thing with another game.
Yeah.
None of them did well because despite what Nintendo wants to think, limited time releases only work in live service games like Overwatch, technically, or Fortnite.
That was going to be my point. Well, I think Nintendo doesn't really do that as much.
No, outside of Splatoon, they have no live service.
Microsoft does that like every
too
freaking
much.
day.
Sony does it so much that they're canceling live service games.
So what I was saying is I'm getting my knowledge from Microsoft and PlayStation, whatever, to where they're releasing. Really, the best way they make money is by releasing limited time things.
Yeah.
Like events with limited skins are the way to go.
Yeah.
For Nintendo, I guess you're right. That may not work as much because Nintendo doesn't do that.
Yeah. Nintendo fans have a huge obsession with more permanence in their games, especially stuff like events are fine, but if it's a purchasable thing that you can only get once, people would be pretty upset by it. Especially with something as major as a character. A whole character would be kind of annoying. They've had a few, one or two live service games. I think it was Splatoon, Splatoon 2, Splatoon 3, so like one or two. Yeah. But they're never too serious about the live service stuff. The only other reference I have for a live service Smash game is Multiverses.
Yeah.
And Multiverses is in every category a failure. Because people just hated the idea of it. Like a business model where characters are more expensive and limited if they're new. Or,
Wait, how much was the DLC for Smash? For how many...
For 11
DLC?
fighters, it was like 30 plus 35, so $65.
Wow, that's a lot.
It is a lot, but you're also getting stages and like 600 music tracks.
I do forget that there are those things, which is... I guess it's worth.
Not to mention,
money-ish.
given how many hours of playtime you'll spend with each character, it's not really that big of a price. Especially if... I think the main market they were going to is people who like the character and people who play competitively.
Yeah.
And so Steve was going to sell. Steve is the most popular character in the game besides Mario, Sonic, and Pikachu.
Yeah.
And like Joker was going to sell. Joker's from a popular game. Characters like, Byleth were not going to sell. So they wisely made the Challenger Pack, which meant you would buy it once, and you spend, I think it's $1 less per fighter.
Yeah.
If you buy the Challenger Pack.
Oh, by the way, talking about DLC, kind of irrelevant, but the most valuable, worth the money DLC I ever bought was Forza Horizon 4 Ultimate Edition. Now, what you must know, most
This has
people
nothing to do with what we're
don't
talking about
like.
at all.
Well, I'm talking about DLC prices. Smash is pretty expensive compared to Forza's Ultimate Edition, but there's a difference. Most people don't buy the Ultimate Edition because that's $100.
Yeah.
The DLC is $40. The game is $60.
Yeah.
But most people want to buy the game and then buy DLC individually, which ends up being like $100 instead of $40. So technically, it is more expensive, but.
Wait, so the DLC jumps in price from $40 to $100?
So, if you buy Ultimate Edition, you get all the DLC.
Yeah.
But
This is sounding more and more like a scam the more you talk about it.
But some
You're like,
people
trust me, it goes from 40 technical price if you pay for the Ultimate Edition, which is $100, or
all DLC.
you could buy the DLC for $100.
So there's individual pieces like
Right.
Storm Island or Lego. That's, I don't know, $15 each.
Right.
And then there's the car packs, another $15. But not everyone wants all of the DLC, so it is more expensive. But
That's
with
what I'm
all
saying.
of it, it's cheaper.
That's what I'm saying is like it's odd to include all the other things as cheaper because out of all those things, because there's car packs, I know there's car packs, and there's 2 DLC islands, right? The Lego and the Storm Island. Of those things, I would want none of them except the Lego ones. I could tell you right off the bat. So to me, that sounds like a ripoff, and I think most people would probably be like, okay,
Wait, the car packs in Horizon 4 are worth it.
I've bought car packs. I don't like them. I don't care. Like
Not even the James Bond one?
I mean, like,
so good.
it's not gonna. If I want to buy that one car pack, I'll buy that one car pack. But paying for an Ultimate Edition that's going to have Formula Car Drift Pack and Hoonigan Drift Pack. Well, actually, the Hoonigan one is
I
pretty
don't
cool.
ever use those.
All
honestly.
those things, yeah, you never use them. That's my whole
You know what I
point.
use every day, though? That only comes with Ultimate Edition? Every week, sorry. You get...
It only comes with Ultimate Edition.
yeah.
Exactly.
2
see how
free...
Do you see how this is also a
Okay.
scam? Like this is technically like if you
Yes,
don't,
yes.
like yeah.
It's
At
all
least you get what I'm
games.
saying.
I'm a big Forza fan,
'Cause, like,
though. I didn't
it's-
buy
exactly.
5, though. 5 was lame.
There's the 2 exclusive things that you can only get if you buy the Ultimate Edition, which has Lego, which is pretty cool. A bunch of crap you don't want.
Lego.
The base game.
Legos is insane. You
I
can
just
buy that
said
individually.
Lego and a
Oh.
bunch of crap you don't want. And
Storm
then 2
Island
things
actually has
that you literally
good
can't
stuff, though.
get
I know
anywhere else.
it's
no,
not as good.
Of course not. But I hear the name Storm Island and I think Blizzard Mountain, and I'm like, wow, that
Here's
sounds
what people don't
completely
talk about with
unentertaining.
Storm Island. Yes, it's not that exciting, but the whole island is actually basically one big track,
That's
which
pretty
is
cool.
really cool.
Yeah.
I do. If I want to do like a laps, if I want to do laps in Forza, I go specifically to Storm Island or the actual track in Lego, which
Nice.
is the only actual track.
And so this is why, since you're calling it the most worth it DLC, I would argue that it's probably not to most people. Like to you, it's probably the most worthwhile DLC.
Okay, I didn't tell you this yet.
to most
this is the
people,
biggest
it's
part.
probably not.
You get 2 free super wheel spins every week. I've had the game.
That's outrageously unfair.
I've had the game since the day it was released. That's like 500
That's
super wheel spins.
outrageously
for
unfair.
free.
So there's 52 weeks in a year. There's no way it was 500.
52 weeks. How many years? 3? No, longer than 3.
Oh wait, so you get 2 every week?
2
So it'd be like
every
100
week.
a year. So at most like 300 a year.
It's 2 weeks. How many weeks are in a year again?
52.
52,
104.
104.
104 times 3. So
I think it's
312.
more than 3 years though.
Right, but if it was 3 years, it'd be 312.
Yeah.
My point is, I would hate that so bad because, like, that still sounds like yes, that's a very, very good perk to have. Mm-hmm. But that sucks that I have to pay $100 for what, to
40.
me, it's $100 for the whole thing. Because you said it's
$60
Ultimate,
for the game.
You said it's Ultimate Edition exclusive,
Yeah.
so then I can't get it unless I pay $100.
There is Silver Edition, but I don't know the perks of that.
But you're saying I have to pay $100 to get that perk, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So to me, what I hear is Lego DLC, however much that is, probably like what, $15 normally, or like $10.
Probably.
So like $15 plus $60, and like maybe like $5 to $10 for that wheel spin thing if it was to be priced as DLC. Mm-hmm. That's like that's not even close to $100 in my mind. And it comes with all this extra stuff. Well, that's pretty cool. But
Okay,
to me,
you
I
are
don't
paying
care.
$100 at one time, but remember, base game is still $60. The DLC Ultimate is $40 for every
right,
DLC.
and all those DLCs are discounted. That's right. That doesn't matter because I don't care about any of the other DLC. That's what I'm saying.
not the free money.
Where-
That's how I have every car in the
That's-
game, by the way.
That makes sense. But like that's so crazy that they would make that so unfair. That is an insane advantage. But anyway,
To me, it's worth it.
exactly. To you, it's worth it. I would not call that the most worthwhile DLC because to me, that's not worth it even half as much.
And I compared the Breath of the Wild DLC. I used it
That
all
DLC
the way.
is so sick.
It is amazing. I don't think it's worth it, though. I don't think it's worth the money.
It was only like $20.
Yeah, I know, but I still don't think it's worth it.
It had a whole extra story mode and master mode with new enemies and stuff.
I think, personally, and I'm sure a lot of other people agree with this. I'm sorry, we're on a whole nother tangent here.
No, I was going to bring it back to the Smash DLC, but finish what you're going to say.
But Master Mode should have been included with the game already.
Yes.
The fact
Everyone
of it
agrees
being
with
a
that.
harder difficulty.
I just think, given the fact that all of the DLC is bundled, I'd look past that.
I mean,
because
so they
you
have...
can get like all of the other stuff in there.
I guess, okay, so Master Mode...
Because Trial of the Sword
and
is basically a small campaign.
It comes with the all the skins, right? Oh, and the Trial of the Sword. Trial of the Sword is pretty cool.
And you get to do that whole quest with the champion shrines that gets you the master cycle.
Yes.
So that's 2 extra.
There is some
campaign
pretty
quests.
awesome stuff.
So
I mean, I guess
it's pretty worthwhile.
It's
There's
worth
nothing in that DLC that you won't want though. Compared to like Forza, where I'm like, okay, I don't really care about the car packs, or I don't really care about Storm Island, and I would play those things, but because I would like to put my use into the money that I just
now
spent.
again, my argument for the car packs, cars that I really like that you can't play unless you buy them, right?
I hate that fact so
Storm
bad.
Island earns you like $10 million by beating it. And
See,
you get like 10 exclusive cars, which I really want.
Right, and all those things are super cool. That, to me, sounds like, wow, would you like to have fun, or would you like to buy the basic edition of the game? But anyway, when you compare that to, in my mind, a better DLC, which is the Smash DLC, that gives you 11 extra characters that you are going to play a few of, based, like, no matter what.
Wait,
more
do you
people-
buy each thing individually, or can you
can buy it in a
all?
pack or individually. If you bought it in the pack, you got it at a discount.
Does the pack give you like all of them?
Yes.
Okay.
Um,
I think that would be the better option.
definitely. It was 100% the better option.
Was
But-
that 65 or cheaper?
It was cheaper because like all of them are I think all of them are $7. So like for 5 of them is the Challenger pack, which would typically be 35. I think it's 30 in the actual pack
Yeah.
total. But anyway, to me that is more worthwhile. And again, this is a complete perspective thing because to you that is 100% the most worthwhile.
Like
DLC.
for me, a car is like the same as a new Smash character.
Yeah. To me, a new
But
Smash
you get
character
like 50 cars
is-
instead of 12
Yeah.
fighters. That's just me though.
Exactly. To me, a Smash fighter is a whole... Because in a fighting game, a new character means... Like, let's say there's 50 characters, right?
Yeah.
That means there's 50 times 50 ways to play the game. 250 ways to play the game. Because of each and every matchup. You add one more to that, and then you multiply 51 by 51. That's a whole new dimension of ways to play.
Yeah.
When you add 11 new characters to a game, that's insane. When you add a couple new cars to a game, in my opinion, that's a different speed, acceleration, handling kind of way to play the game. Because at the end of the day, in my opinion, Forza is very fun. Each different car, though, is different stats doing the same thing.
What do you mean the same thing?
So, a car is not going to change fundamentally. Like, your car could be fat. Let me finish.
Okay.
Let me finish because you clearly don't understand.
There's like 2 cars. They're actually not DLC, but they are so good that it changes the whole game. And it's kind of
No,
annoying, actually.
it does not because you will always be driving a car. You are never not driving a car.
No, I'm saying those cars are so good that if you're using that car or if someone else is using that car, you can't win.
Right. Okay, so that's unfair, first of all. Second of all, they're still driving a car the same way. If I was driving a Renovo Supervan, which I would not recommend, I would be driving a car.
Yeah.
If I was driving a Chevrolet Corvette, I'd be driving a way cooler, way better car.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, though, that is just me making money to upgrade what I'm currently doing. Whereas if I'm playing Joker versus playing Ryu, those are 2 incredibly fundamentally different things. Mm-hmm. So that's why, to me, the depth is so different. And a worthwhile purchase on both ends, if you're a huge fan of Forza, that is the ultimate purchase.
I have to say, my
If you're-
playing style, I don't ever race. I literally just drive around doing crap.
Yeah, me too.
That's
It's
it.
so fun. It's the best part of Forza.
And that's why I like the new cars, because you get, more driving variety.
Yeah.
And it's just fun to be like, oh, you
And
want
that's
to
my
drive
thing.
a Corvette this time?
It's
Sure.
like variety, but it's cars. I don't want to simplify it that much because I love Forza.
I agree with you. We just have different opinions on this.
No, I think
Like, you're telling the truth.
I'm not saying that it's bad. I'm just
No, I
saying,
know.
when you compare the depth of the difference, Smash, a new character in Smash is a lot more depth as a DLC compared to the amount of difference you'll get out of driving a new car.
Fair.
Meanwhile, I still enjoy both equally as much because I play both games to crap.
Yeah.
I have 5 days worth of hours in Forza Horizon 3, which is a little sad.
I guess you are definitely right.
So I think they're both worthwhile.
There's more depth. You're definitely right about that.
So
There's
if
a
you're a
lot more
huge
depth.
Forza fan, that is going to be twice as worthwhile to you compared to everyone else. If you're a Smash fan, new characters is going to be pretty worthwhile to anybody playing Smash.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't know what we're even talking about.
I don't know. We should end this.
We should end this podcast.
Oh gosh.
Hour 30 minutes.
This was our worst podcast episode.
I
ever.
thought it was fun. I had a lot of fun talking about it.
We just blindly argued. Who's listening to this?
Us later when we want to get the YouTube analytics to go up. It's funny because it's sad.
I still have more to argue about, but we gotta end this.
Like what? Let's keep arguing. We don't have anywhere to be right now.
Okay.
No, but like, was there one last topic you wanted to...
Okay, I wanted to solidify, that thing on Forza, right? You're right about Smash characters adding a lot more depth.
Yes.
And I love the Smash DLC. There's nothing wrong with it.
Except
and again,
Byleth.
that's true. Joker. I'm not gonna lie.
Joker's pretty
Okay,
annoying.
I also hate ARMS. There's a few characters.
There's a few characters that are bad,
don't
but
ever
in terms of
wanna play.
increasing the depth of the game, it's value.
That is
cannot be
true.
denied.
Adding cars to Forza doesn't really change the depth, but for
Or, like, the fundamental part.
$65, and yes, you do get stages. I like the stages more than the characters sometimes.
Me too. Like Joker stage
Smash.
is sick.
It is, and you get the music packs, which I don't usually notice, anyways. But comparing the two DLCs, Forza for me is worth it. That's me though. But again, I'm not hating on the Smash DLC characters because new car
You should hate on some of them though. Keep that in mind.
like ARMS and Joker
Yeah.
and Byleth.
And Sora. Actually, Sora's pretty cool.
I guess I'll put it in a perspective of time. How often do I use that one new car for the DLC?
Yeah.
Probably more than I'll use like a new Smash DLC character.
Yeah.
But it all depends.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense. That's just
Exactly.
my reasoning.
And
my opinion.
In all fairness, we are literally comparing the two most wildly different aspects.
Why
of
are
the
we
game.
arguing
Because
about car games
I don't
versus
think we're
fighting
arguing. I
games?
think we're just talking about game depth. Because when you think about it, Forza is a single player experience at its base.
Mm-hmm.
Smash is inherently multiplayer.
Yeah.
So whether you play Joker or not is not going to affect whether your opponent plays Joker or not. Which is a big reason why the DLC characters could also be more worthwhile. I may not like Joker at all, but if I know my friend likes Joker, and my friend likes to play at my house, then me buying Joker is going to be a much larger incentive than it previously was.
Yeah. No, I need all the DLC characters, even though I don't play a few, as a Smash player. But again, for me, buying Ultimate Edition Forza was worth more than, for the money, than $65 for Smash. Unless if it's discounted for all
I think
of
it's
them.
discounted for all of them, but I don't remember.
Even if it's like $55, that might be a lot better. But anyways.
Anyway, I think we can stop talking now.
I still feel like I'm just going in loopholes.
I thought it was fun, though. It was a fun conversation. It had a lot less to do with modding than we originally intended, but we still did get a lot of points off about that.
I'm really curious if people enjoy listening to this.
Well, I'm sure later they might, and I
Because,
listening
like,
back to it.
I know we watch YouTubers and we enjoy listening to them, but they mentioned this too, like, people actually like us. It's just interesting.
Yeah.
And the same with some actors in movies. They're like, I suck in the movie, but then everyone just loves them and loves the acting and character.
There are a few people that I've actually spoken to on our channel who will literally say, like, even if I'm not super interested in the topic, I love hearing you guys talk about it. Which, oh my gosh, my heart melted. But I
mean, I'm like that with Smitty. I know you don't watch Smitty much. I guess I could say Markiplier.
like one of the
Hearing him
YouTubers-
talk, it's like having a friend by you. You know?
One of the YouTubers I watch, I genuinely watch simply because I like watching them play a game, even if I've played it to death. You don't watch them play the game to watch them play the game most of the time. You watch them to see their unique perspective on it.
Exactly.
So, if people are
like
listening,
this.
it's
There's
for a
this
reason.
guitar reviewer, Charlie's Guitars. I watch him for that reason too.
Anyway,
I want to see his perspective
on Smash Bros. And Forza Motorsports DLC.
He's actually a Nintendo Classic fan.
Oh, classic Nintendo's the best kind of Nintendo, in all fairness.
It's really cool.
Yoshi's Island was classic Nintendo, dude. You can't get much better than that.
He doesn't mention... he doesn't reference it much, but he does reference it enough to... It's like, yeah, he's definitely a fan.
Yeah.
Like,
you can usually tell.
Oh, it'd be really cool if they had a Yoshi guitar. You know, you say something like that.
That would be cool. His head shape could actually work for that. Like the nose being the smaller and the head being the bigger.
Guitar players, actual guitar players, people who are not guitar players will think that's cool, but most guitar players hate body-shaped guitars.
I would literally play a guitar if it was shaped like Yoshi.
Now, the reason why is because of comfort. And you have to be a guitar player to understand. And most don't think it's attractive.
If my
either.
piano was shaped like Beetlejuice, I'd be a little weirded out. Like, I'd be like, whoa, it's a Beetlejuice piano! But then I'd be like,
piano's a bit different because you sit on a bench. Unless the bench's head, the seat is his head.
But you get what I mean, right?
In your butt.
That would be hot. I would buy that bench. But, like, you get what I mean, you know? Like, it's like... This is the fundamental thing I use. I want it to be the way that I want it to be.
Yeah.
I use a GameCube controller because I like the GameCube controller better.
But I must admit, I have guitars that I think are really cool that aren't as comfortable to play.
The Paper Mario one is really funny. Remember that one?
It is really funny.
I would never.
It's probably a piece of crap.
Probably.
Unless someone said
imagine it's just like the most high quality guitar.
That's the other thing.
It's made of actual paper.
A lot of people make the custom shapes, but they're just not high quality guitars.
Yeah.
They're out there. For sure.
Yeah. Just make a guitar shape that is good enough that you can make it look like a character.
I'm kind of wrong about saying guitar players don't
Thank you
like
everyone
that
so much for watching. I don't even know what we're talking about anymore. It's been great having you on here. We are rambling about Cookie Monster. Actually, wait, no, we're not. I don't know where I got Cookie Monster from.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much for watching. Please go check out our other videos, like the one that Bryson worked on with the awesome editing for the Breath of the Wild, or
I need to end this right now.
Or the Shadow
I'm going to
episode.
Keep talking. You have to end it. End it.
Thank you all so much for watching. Bye. It's been real, folks. My final message. Oh, what is the meme?
Mogus.
It's like, save the world. My final message. Goodbye.
Great power comes great responsibility.
Do the do. Peace and humptiness forever. I had a dream once. 7 years ago. And other inspirational quotes.
With
like,
great regularness comes no responsibility.
I am Batman. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make a change. Ooh.